Imagine this, over 3,000 years ago, on the banks of the Nile, Pharaoh Akhenaten dares to shatter Egypt's ancient god. He builds a new city called Akhetaten and worships only the sun disk Aten. But what if his revolution had not been crushed after his death? What if Atenism became the true faith of the world? First, picture the priest of Amun, powerful and rich, rising up to erase Akhenaten's memory. Now flip the script. Suppose Akhenaten named his young son as co-ruler, secured his throne with loyal soldiers, and kept the temples of Amun in check. Atenism spreads along trade routes to Canaan and beyond. Nomadic tribes hear of a single divine light, a god without rivals. By the time Moses would have led his people, that story already exists in Egypt. Instead of inventing a new monotheism in the desert, Hebrews adopt Aten's teachings. Israel becomes a client state under the yoke of the sun god's priest, sharing scrolls, arts, and law from Memphis. The Exodus becomes a pilgrimage to the priest king's temple, not a rebellion. Centuries later, when Alexander the Great marches into Egypt, he finds a unified religion and a single god's temple in Thebes. He kneels before the golden disc and declares himself Pharaoh of Aten. The Greek philosophers, Plato, Aristotle, studied Egyptian sunlight theology. They blended with reason, planting seeds for future Rome. Fast forward to medieval Europe. The Church of Aten stands tall, its cathedrals shaped like giant sunwheels. Crusaders sailed east not to battle Muslims, but to protect solar priests who teach astronomy and medicine. Islamic scholars in Baghdad translate texts about Aten's race, merging it with algebra.
Knowledge of the Nile's seasonal flood.
Cycles helps build better dams along the Tigris and Euphrates. In our modern world, skyscrapers mimic sun disk temples. We celebrate an annual festival of light at the spring equinox, tracing our spiritual roots back to Akhetaten's field. Science and faith walk hand in hand. This extends the nature of divine light. Medicine uses sunlight therapies traced to ancient Egyptian healers, all because one daring pharaoh refused to bow to many gods. Aten's single beam of faith changed kingdoms, and the mood struck cultures, even the way we see the sun. So next time you watch a sunrise, remember, the world you know might be standing in the glow of an Egyptian experiment that never died.